Here we are in 2025, and we're all talking about sustainability. Sustainability as an environmental term has different meanings for different things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's like, what does it mean when you say it?
What does it mean?
Yeah. In the hydrogen, for example, a typical target type model that might be used would only allow you to use about 40% of the platinum. Safina developed a product for hydrogen industry that allows them to utilize 80 to 90%.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
We only recycle high efficiency items, high purity items.
High value precious metal products. They can't be wasted. They need to be recycled, returned, reused, close the loop.
Working with platinum grains to reduce the amount of rhodium that needs to be used. Aerospace, and of course anything high heat, particularly thermocouple wiring. I think the most interesting thing for me going on with right now in the U.S. market with Safina is our involvement
Welcome to Noble Six Talks. We're here at the 49th Annual IPMI Conference in Scottsdale, Arizona. Today's guest is Mr. Lyle Peluso of Safina Materials. Lyle is the Director of Business Development North America. Hello, Lyle. How are you?
Hi, Rich. Hey, Ed. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thans for having me. Pleasure to be here. You better throw a junior on the end of my name.
Oh, you are a junior?
I'm
a
junior, yeah.
Mr. Lyle Peluso Jr.
Yeah. My father's a great man, but, he's his own man.
Yeah, that's right.
Very good.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about your company, what you guys do, what is the history, and what is your focus here in the U.S. market?
Sure. Well, we're all about the PGMs. Mm-hmm. Safina is a very fascinating company. Joining them this year has been a real thrill. One of the reasons I wanted to join them was they're very innovative with platinum, and it seems to be the harder it is to do, the more in Safina's wheelhouse it actually is. They've been around since really prior to the 1920s, but Safina, as we know it today, has been in Prague since the 1920s.
That's where the manufacturing is.
That
conducted.
is where the refining and the manufacturing takes place.
Right.
They're a massive industrial PGM manufacturer in Europe.
Right.
And they're bringing all the great things they do to the U.S. market now, specifically with platinum, and PGMs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So when we talk about high-tech applications, give us a couple of examples.
Well, I think the most interesting thing for me going on with right now in the U.S. market with Safina is our involvement in hydrogen manufacturing. Platinum turns out as an important catalyst, as we know, but it is involved in the hydrogen process.
It's used on anodes, things like that?
Yeah. Electrolysis, yeah.
Electrolysis.
Yeah,
right.
And so we're still learning about it ourselves.
Right. It's a growing industry.
It's as it develops, and as we continue to take on projects in that industry, we're getting educated
so
ourselves.
Not just platinum, but I would imagine iridium is used for that application as well.
I think it can be. The projects we've specifically involved in have been platinum, and one of the things, like I said, one thing that makes Safina, to me, a great company, and what fascinates me about it is they come up with solutions to problems, and they incorporate those precious metals in them. In the hydrogen, for example, a typical target type model that might be used would only allow you to use about 40% of the platinum. Safina developed a product for hydrogen industry that allows them to utilize 80 to 90%.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
That's big,
of the platinum in the process, of course. So the cost efficiency goes way up for the hydrogen manufacturer, right? Because he's getting double the use out of his PGMs.
Yeah, that's great. That's good.
Hey guys, have you ever wondered if you're leaving money on the table when selling your scrap catalytic converters? Well, we have a solution for you. We have a converter price guide with thousands of part numbers. Just use it. Check it out. You can sign up today, have access for it today. See if you are leaving any money on the table or keep the guy honest that you're selling to. You want to check it out, make sure you're making the most profits for your business in today's market. It's super simple. Just click the link below. Get started today. Now let's get back to the video.
How about other applications, maybe for medical or?
Sure, you got medical, you got powders. They're doing a platinum grain product now too, where they're able to replace rhodium. I'm not an engineer or metallurgist like yourself, so I don't know the details. Right. But they've been working with platinum grains to reduce the amount of rhodium that needs to be used in certain things where they needed to use rhodium, aerospace, and of course anything high heat, particularly of course thermocouple wiring. Right. They're pretty much the top dog in the European market, and we've found massive success in the North American market in these areas because just the vast catalog and ways and just
there's so many different alloys that are used for thermocouple wire.
Yeah, well, and when you get down to sizes as well, a lot of manufacturers, we can get our wiring down to very, very small
diameter.
Small diameter. Yeah. So again, I would go back to the harder it gets, the better a project it is, because they've got over, they started doing thermocouple wiring in the 1960s.
Sure.
In Europe.
So they've got a lot of experience.
Tons of experience with the thermocouple wiring. But the customer base that I've been building in North America, I think part of the reason we get them is one, even though our manufacturing is based in Europe, we're 1 to 3 days delivery in North America.
Really? That's quick.
Super fast. We do a really good job of forecasting the needs when we bring on a new company, a new customer, new client. We're very thorough in trying to understand their timelines, their workflow, the amount of PGMs they'll probably use in a project over a set amount of time,
So a typical manufacturer would be maybe a semiconductor manufacturer that needs it for temperature sensing of manufacturing devices or tunnel furnaces or things of that nature.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
all of the above.
All of the above. Right? Anything where it gets hot.
Yeah.
Right? Really, really hot. I mean, aerospace. We have aerospace customers in North America. The glass industry is another big industry for us. Bushings.
For manufacturing fiberglass?
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Bushings and things of that nature,
Those are typically platinum rhodium alloys. I hear there might be some substitution of rhodium in the future because there's been some new developments on that front, but it's pretty much been platinum rhodium all along. Pretty
much always been a platinum rhodium combo. And, I think the bushings that Safina creates they're just high quality, and we have a nice life cycle on the recycling side. We only recycle, high efficiency items, high purity items.
High purity items.
So purity.
It's a high grade precious metal refinery.
High grade precious metal refining, right. Correct. Yeah.
Different type of flow sheet.
Yes.
Than a base metal or a smelter operation.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. So anything with high purity, like I say, I go back to, these projects like with the hydrogen, where they're trying to find more ways to utilize as much of the platinum as they can before they have to put it into the recycling stream and get it back again. But yeah, same thing with the thermocouple wiring and all those. We do full life cycle. We end up recycling, refining it, spitting it right back out and getting it back to them.
Isn't that typically toll-based refining? Is it and it's captured by the manufacturer, and then just new product is provided at the end of the cycle?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty much it.
Yeah. So whatever losses occur, they need to buy more, but they have to keep that going.
That's right. Yeah, they got it. Yeah, they're making products, right?
Right.
And they can't stop.
No.
Yeah.
That's important, and that leads into my next question. It's sustainability. Sustainability is an important topic, a big buzzword nowadays, right? How do these metals support sustainability and the circular economy, and what industries are they used in?
Oh, that's a good one. I talked about the rotatable targets. When we're talking about the hydrogen, we're talking about rotatable targets versus planar targets.
Planar targets, right?
Right. So you've got those. They use the PVD coating, right, which radically increases the efficiency. Then you've got. What else you got in the glass industry? Like we talked about, it's a circular economy there. The way it works, tubings, bushings for the fiberglass comes circular.
You know what's so interesting about that topic is being involved in the refining of precious metals for 40 years, right? We always looked at it as, well, these are high-value precious metal products that, from an economic standpoint, we need to recycle them,
Right.
get them back in, and produce more products. And then all of a sudden, here we are in 2025, and we're all talking about sustainability. But doesn't it mean the exact same thing that I've been engaged in for 40 years, where high-value precious metal products, they can't be wasted. They need to be recycled, returned, reused, and close the loop over and over. But all of a sudden now, we are sustainable. It's not like fishing, where we want to monitor the fish in the pool and make sure that we don't overfish. Right? It's not the same concept. So to me, sustainability as an environmental term has different meanings for different things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's like, what does it mean when you say it?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not trying to manage the population of, fish in the ocean. We don't want to overfish the salmon up there in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not the same thing here. We're not going to overuse platinum and waste it. Whatever is available for recycling naturally as it's being returned to the refinery, that's sustainability.
That's right.
It's exactly. Yeah, right. That is sustainability.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I think, and with a lot of what we do, it is closed loop like that, right? Like it just that metal just stays together. That platinum just stays in that little loop.
It's in that loop.
Yeah. And as long as we capture it and keep it in there, right? Gather it back up. Send it back through.
Send it back through. Absolutely.
Right back to the same place.
The funny thing about the periodic table and a lot of the elements is many of them are easy to produce new product from waste materials. Easy. There's a few steps in between, some chemical processes perhaps.
Yeah, but it can be done.
But it can be done. The engineers have figured it out, and we have all the equipment set up and just run it through the flow sheet in the factory, and you have new product again. And you don't know that was reused 100 times so far in its life cycle.
That would be considered a closed loop, right? Obviously.
That's a closed loop. That's sustainability right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. So how big is the factory over there? Do you know how many workers are in Safina Materials these days?
I would tell you next month.
Okay.
I said to myself, we did this podcast backwards. I'm going to Prague in about 3 weeks.
Okay, so you'll have a better sense of it then.
Yeah, right, I'll have a much better sense of it. I have had some great discussions with their engineering team and things like that. We've met and just to learn, and they're just sharp people. One of the things I was thinking about too is the powders are also that we produce. I think another interesting market is the 3D printing market.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, there's some 3D printing market. The powders are involved in that.
What would you make out of that? A 3D
Well,
printed.
it's for
Precious
additive
metal.
manufacturing, right? So,
Okay.
That's a good question. Sometimes, and this is one of the interesting things about it for me is I'll have a guy call me, say, I want
XYZ.
XYZ. I want it this diameter. I want it this way.
You don't know what he's using it for.
Clueless.
Right, exactly.
Clueless. But again, that's why I always say, and when I bump into people and they ask me about it, they say, what all you can do? I pretty much say, let me get you on the phone or let me get you on a Zoom call. Let's get some engineers involved, because if it's platinum and it's high grade, in my short time with them, I've yet to see where they couldn't do.
There is a lot of possibilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what's, we were talking about this in a previous podcast, that the PGM industry, the platinum group metals, mining and recycling, manufacturing, it's exciting. It's exciting because it seems to be, the potentials are limitless.
Mm-hmm.
The engineers can come up with a whole bunch of stuff. We need more uses for palladium, though, so get those guys in Prague to get on that.
They're all over the palladium.
Because we got way too much palladium in the marketplace.
Surplus.
All this auto catalyst coming back into the recycling stream is overproducing the amount of palladium that's being consumed. So we have too much metal in the next few years coming to the forefront. And so get those engineers at Safina to address that.
Well, we need sharp minds like yourselves to come up with reasons to utilize it, right? You guys are the you're a metallurgist, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's all kind of fascinating ways to use it. I was just thinking about just even the aerospace stuff.
Right.
It's primarily more the gold and the silver, which we also do,
Right.
and copper.
Mm-hmm.
But it's endless.
It's endless.
It's endless.
Right.
Yeah.
So wire, sheet, rod,
powder. I mean, and I'm not. I can't go into detail on what it's on exactly what it is, because I double checked this morning before I came on, and they were like, "No, don't
Lyle,
get
don't
no,
bring that up,
don't open that can of worms." But there's some really interesting things going on in insulation that involves precious metals that are new to the market.
You were talking about aerospace?
We're talking about construction. We're talking about
Interesting.
we're talking about different ways of going about insulating things. We're talking about those kind of fields, replacing old ways, old technology. There's a really interesting, like I said, I can't get into it, but there is a really interesting project we're involved in right now that has to do with those kind of things that I think is going to really change the way that things are designed and built.
Sure.
You know,
that's where I was coming from.
Yeah.
New technology.
Yeah.
Bright
Yeah, there's-
minds are
it's
always
exciting.
there
New
trying to come out with
technology,
new
yeah.
Yeah, the engineers, there's so much.
So even
so many
something like
applications.
fiberglass, and I'll leave it at this and won't go any more detail, but fiberglass has been around forever, but
Right.
you never know, right?
Right.
Fiberglass one day could be a thing
replaced.
could be a thing of the past.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on out there, and I love the model that Safina uses with their customer base, and it's really one of the reasons I'm here now in North America as they expand. It's very relational. It's a lot of conversation. It's a lot of open narrative about where they're trying to go and what they're trying to do. Or it's the exact opposite. What's funny, like we said earlier, it's either one or the other.
Well, you got to discover the needs of the client.
Yeah.
And the client may have a need for something that he's working on that you don't know what they're working on.
That's right.
But they have a specific requirement, engineered specific product. And what you're saying is that Safina is nimble enough and experienced enough to be able to understand that need and manufacture a product to meet that need.
That's right. And we welcome every potential customer or customer to come to Prague.
Right.
We are completely transparent with everything we do. People want to come. They want to see the entire process, understand
Very interesting.
how we do it.
That's great.
Before they come on board.
Right.
Yeah, it's an open. You're welcome to come.
Sounds exciting. Yeah.
You guys are welcome to come.
That'd be great.
If you ever wanna see what
Yeah, the manufacturing space has always been interesting to me.
100 years of experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Looks
A
like
lot of knowledge there.
it's really cool too. They're down, they're right down in the center of everything down in there. It's a really cool setup they got going on down there.
Well, I want to thank you, Lyle Peluso Jr., for joining us and enlightening us about the exciting future that Safina Materials is bringing in the Platinum Group space of products and services. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Junior.
Junior,
Enjoy the rest of your time here at the IPMI conference.
thanks for having me, guys. Good to see you guys.
You're welcome.
All right.